You are listening to The Universal Family,
a podcast about our love for Universal Orlando.
This is episode 4, where we discuss our upcoming trip to Universal,
our must-dos for the park,
and our first trip to Volcano Bay.
Time for this adventure
and this podcast
to begin.
And this podcast.
Thank God.
I'm just trying to say how bad
Here we go.
saying it, so it sounds like one sentence.
I'm going to talk about this time.
An upcoming trip to Universal.
Yes, woohoo!
We just got back from one.
Can I just say woohoo? I mean, did you guys hear what we just said that we were going to talk about this episode?
A new trip to Universal, upcoming. What do you know? What do you guys think?
Very soon.
I'm super excited.
We just got back from a trip. It was when?
Well, Zine
like a
told
month
us
ago?
last time exactly
Yeah.
when it was.
We just got back not long ago. We are going on a trip again. And this episode, we're going to basically talk about our plans for this upcoming trip because it's going to be a very, very different trip from our typical trips to Universal. So let's talk a little bit about that. What's the first thing that you guys think of when you think this one's different?
Transportation, or what would you call it?
Yeah, it really is all different from the beginning.
I feel like I'm not even going to think of it as Universal.
I mean, that's kind of the reason I'm excited to take this trip so different, is that Zine is so stuck in our trips are always the same, like
Lots of people.
It's always
a group of friends.
a group of friends.
We always fly
there.
We always stay at the Hard Rock. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's very... I mean, we love to do different
But now
things.
we're doing all the opposite. We're driving, we're going with just us,
Yeah.
and we aren't
We-
staying at the Hard Rock.
Up till 3 years ago, we never flew there. We
Right.
drove,
We drove all the
every
time.
time.
I love driving there.
Tan's been begging for us to drive back instead of
I
fly
don't
back
know
for
why.
years.
We have a Tesla, and you're not even using it to its full.
That is one
It's
thing
going to
I
be
am
fun to
excited
drive
about.
there.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it won't be as boring as it was last time.
the car does drive itself. It's pretty nice and convenient, so it will be fun. I am excited.
Orange juice.
Yeah,
We missed orange juice like
I'm
10
excited.
years ago.
Oh, no, I'm excited.
Right.
I'm thinking I want to recreate a couple of the driving pictures that we have from when you guys were little.
Of
Orange
all
juice
Let's
is
take the
one of
element.
them.
crammed in the back in Nan and Poppy's
Yeah,
car.
you guys with the magazines or the what
No,
are they?
not
The
that.
promotional
I know, I'm just saying.
magazines.
Yeah,
from-
like the flyers from the Welcome Center.
yeah, we literally still have the same ones.
Yeah, and they would sit and look at them like it was literally a map to somewhere. It was great. So this is definitely going to be a very different trip.
But also maybe nostalgic when it
Yeah,
comes to
totally.
driving.
Yeah, I think the driving down is going to be quite fun. I look forward to that.
I remember the roads for hours and hours of just trees and being like, was
And
that an
I'm-
alligator in the tree? Was that an alligator in the tree? I remember doing that.
I'm excited because I feel like if I were to stay at another hotel, I would pick Cabana Bay, and that's where we're staying. And I want to stay at Cabana Bay because I like the vibe, so maybe I'll pick it over Hard Rock after this, which I doubt.
I doubt
but
that's not happening.
but-
That's what I'm scared of
maybe
for this
That's
trip.
not happening.
maybe we will consider staying there for a trip one time,
like
a
in between
normal
trips
trip.
sometimes. I mean, that is, I think, of all the things. The
Oh
thing
wait, that's a good idea.
what's that?
We should go on big trips like we did a month ago, and then go on little mini trips and stay at Cabana Bay, and it'll be like our little getaway.
That's the kind of way I look at it, like a quick weekend trip. The downside of that is we're not going to have Fast Pass because we're
Oh.
staying at Cabana Bay.
That's
yeah,
the
so
worst
I've been
part.
wanting to go to Cabana Bay ever since it opened, and every time I start to think about maybe we should do that, we don't because of the Express Pass.
For those who are not as familiar, the Hard Rock is by far the closest hotel to the parks. Super short walk, and by staying there, you get Fast Pass.
Express Pass.
I'm sorry, Express Pass, which allows you to cut the lines and get on the rides much, much faster. So we've always
There
stayed
are
at that.
3 hotels that allow that. It's Hard Rock, Royal Pacific, and Portofino Bay.
Yeah. So it's hard not to stay at those because we love having that Express Pass. But this time, much like our last trip where we decided not to stay at club, stayed at another floor, it forced us to do things that aren't the same routine of our normal trips. So I'm optimistic that this new Cabana Bay, no Express Pass going in the summer version of this trip will be something different. So I'm excited to
summer
see what it
part.
brings. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
There's no doubt the piece that I'm most
We
afraid of.
Coopers are going to be melting like chocolate bars.
Oh god.
I am not excited about going
Let's
in the
check the
summer.
weather right now.
Let's check the weather right now. Let's take a pause while you pull that up.
We need a weather intro.
Okay, it's actually not that bad. It's pretty bad, but it's not that bad right now. It's only in 90s
Do you
That's
mean
hot.
today or for
today, right
Oh.
now.
Well, it's 90
Check for that
here
week.
today.
The
so
whole week is always in the 90s. The highest it gets I see is 98.
What week are we going?
98?
yeah, it'll be soon. We're going very soon. So the weather we're looking at now is probably pretty accurate to what it's going to be.
It was over It was like close to 100 last time, right? Like one day.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is that I probably would have been much quicker to say no to this trip if it wasn't in the 90s when we went in April. I mean,
Yeah.
it was way too hot. Or was that May?
May.
Yeah, when we went in May, it was 97 one day.
On that last day, and we were super exhausted
It was
that day
bad.
too, so it wasn't just the heat, it was like both things together.
Yeah.
But because we just went and spent 5 days in the park riding and doing everything we wanted to do, this idea of just going back down for a quick trip and not doing all of that.
So I'm picturing these days as days 6 and 7. Like I already
Yeah.
we did everything in 5 whole days there just a few weeks ago. So I'm thinking like this is like bonus days.
Yeah. I mean, I'm super excited to stay at Cabana Bay. I'm curious. I mean, for those of you who have stayed at Cabana Bay that might be listening, if you have any tips and advice for us, you can always email us at thefamily@ufpodcast.com or go to our website, ufpodcast.com, and there's a little contact form on there. Send us a message. I mean, like I said, we're treading into unfamiliar waters here. So as many times as we've been to Universal and things we've done, we're really getting into...
Help us.
Yeah, hell.
Or you can contact me on Facebook at Universal Family Podcast or Zine at Instagram.
Yeah,
we all
same
have our
names.
little
Universal Family Podcast for all of that.
jobs.
Yeah, so yeah, any advice any of you listeners who have stayed at Cabana Bay might have, I would love to hear those. What are your guys' expectations of that?
I definitely so we're going for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So we're going for 3 days, and one of those days is going to be reserved for Volcano Bay.
Yeah, so let's just jump to that too. So that's the other new thing that we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
We've never been to Volcano Bay before.
I'm so excited.
I'm very excited.
I
We're
remember
staying at the perfect place for going to Volcano Bay too.
Yep,
It seems
that
so.
too. I knew when Volcano Bay came out that when we go, we would have to go to what's
Cabana
it called?
Bay.
Cabana Bay.
What are you? I don't know too much about Volcano Bay. This is another fun part about this trip for me, is that learning about a new part of the parks that we've never been to. It's basically a whole other theme park we've never been into.
Right.
Learning how that all works. So I don't know very much about it. You guys probably know more about it than I do. You guys watch a lot more YouTube videos than I do. So what are some things that we are looking forward to at Volcano Bay?
Actually, I don't know. I can't. The only thing I can think of, the one water slide I can think of is the main attraction, like the dropper that is in
Which
the
I
volcano,
will not be doing.
which I will not be doing.
No chance I'm doing that.
But I've kind of been staying blind on purpose. I know that it is way more intense. The only real water park that I've been to was the Kings Island water park, and the most intense slide I rode there was the I don't even know like the funnel kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I just know that there's going to be a lot more stuff in that.
So none of you are going to do the body drop one that goes through
Nah.
like the
God.
tube?
no.
Not only it's not just because like it's scary. I mean that's part of it, but it's the fact that like it's really high up, and I feel like it would be really annoying having to walk all the way up that volcano.
You'll be fine. There'll be fun things to do in the volcano.
You're
Like
well
what?
equipped for walking up
There's
a
like
volcano.
interactive things all in the volcano.
I have never had a good experience on my back when they strictly make you put your back on the slide. I never have a good experience. It always hurts my back really bad, and I honestly the only
The
reason
slide at the Hard Rock, I noticed this past time that they've like done something to it, because now it is like I lay on my back because it used to like I used to get scratches on my back from like bumps on the slide, but now that's not there anymore. So I think they did do something to it. So maybe like these newer slides won't have that.
Well, we're all sounding like a bunch of chickens for slides right now. And I will tell you that I will never ride a slide where the floor comes out
Floor
from under you.
drops.
I'm
it
not
doesn't
doing
sound
that.
satisfying.
But I'm very excited about Lazy Man River type activity.
So let's do that. So let's go around the table and see what everyone is excited for. So you're excited about Lazy Man River.
Well, yeah, but I'm most excited just about being in the park and kind of seeing how it all works. I'm excited about this Tapu
Food.
system.
Food.
I hear, there's really good food there. It's not just like your typical water park where you've got nachos and frozen pizza.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
they have really good ice cream?
I don't know. We'll
I
find
thought
out.
they did. I think there's like a whole
I'm
ice cream
excited to
place.
just spend a whole day there. I
Yeah.
want to spend a whole day in the Cabana Bay pool and Volcano Bay and like switching between, or and I'm just excited
To me,
for that.
I haven't been looking at this trip like as going to Universal. I've been thinking about it like
Volcano
we're
Bay
gonna learn new
plus
crazy
Universal.
things. Like it's like it isn't even Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, not having an express pass. I mean, we're going to have to do a lot of different things. Tapu Tapu is going to be really cool at Volcano Bay. I'm most like you. I'm very excited about the Lazy Man River. Did you guys also know that there's another river there called Tiwa Fearless River, which is like a Lazy Man River, but you have to wear a life jacket and it's faster and there's rapids and
that's
stuff.
awesome.
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited to go to Volcano Bay.
I really am too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm totally into that river because we have real rivers like that at home, and I can do that.
You guys talked about the dropping floor. There is one that has a floor dropout that I'm considering doing. That's called the Hala and Ta, I believe. It's like 2 racer enclosed slides that you start dropping out.
I hate enclosed slides too.
Do you really? I like them.
There's that.
I do.
I know there's that one slide there that's like not indoor, but like inside of the volcano, and then like you're maybe on a mat or maybe not. I don't know, but it's not like a slide shape. It's like rectangle.
Are there slides that you go on rafts in?
Those are the ones I'm most excited
Yeah,
about.
me too.
So there's a couple that we can all ride together on rafts.
Really?
Yeah,
All 4?
yeah, like 4-person rafts.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like the one you mentioned, the
yeah,
big funnel.
yeah.
So it's like giant, like 4-person rafts, and they go up big walls, huge slides.
I'll do.
I'm so
I love
excited.
those.
Laura is
types.
shaking her head no, but she's going to have to do
I'm
it.
scared of that.
It'll be fine. Gotta
When
do it.
we went to Kings Island with Jackson, he fell under the raft.
We were at Kings Island. We were on the funnel ride.
There's a big funnel, like a funnel slide, like the one that you come off the slide and like go up and down, like
Yep. Yep.
and like eventually get to the bottom. And near the bottom, Jackson literally fell off the raft, and then we ran over him with the raft
I
somehow.
closed my eyes because water was getting in my eyes, and I opened them, and it was literally like a movie. Like, I noticed Jackson wasn't there, and then I opened my eyes again, and he was like under it, like screaming, and I was like, how did he get under there? It's so funny.
So yeah, there's a couple of tube slides that I'm excited to ride like those. There's a couple of like 2-person slides, or 2-person tube slides. There's a couple of mat slides. There's the ones that shoot out. I really want to do those.
What is that? What do you mean?
Like it's just like a normal tube. I don't have the names of those written down, and the names are all really hard to
The
say.
thing I feel like I never think about is I'm really underestimating how many slides there are there. 'Cause
Oh,
I feel like
I
I'm
found
only
it.
thinking at least like 5 or 6, but there's probably so many more.
The Oh No and the Oh Yeah are 2 enclosed slides that you ride, and then at the end of it, you get shot out, and you're 6 foot above the pool.
I could go for
Oh,
that.
that's so fun.
I don't
Does that
mind
sound
that at
fun?
all.
I don't know if that's fun or scary, but I think I'll
6
do
feet?
it.
See, that's not that
That's
high.
not bad.
I know, but
That's
that's
lower than a
so
high
fun.
dive.
That's so scary.
That's gonna be so fun.
Would that be fun though?
Dude,
That's one I'm excited.
Like,
about.
what if you hit your head on the end of the slide?
This podcast is making me so much more excited about Volcano Bay.
Yeah, me too.
I'm super excited about it.
I haven't thought about it that much.
I
but
mean, I know I'm not one for spoilers, but I also am one for planning. So I feel that between now and when we leave in just a few days, I want to watch a bunch of videos. I want to figure out how to plan.
I was telling
our attack.
Brian, I was telling Dad today that we need to task you guys to just watch all the videos you can so we can learn, how to navigate this place. Although Brian has already decided that when we come into the place, we're going to go left around the volcano to try to find the best spot under a shade.
True.
okay.
We should order a what's it called?
A cabana.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And
Please.
guess what? We
YOLO.
get in.
Guys,
YOLO
splurge,
summer.
or what's it called?
And it's like a
listen to
tiny
this.
trip.
But listen.
We get to go in 30 minutes early because we're staying at Cabana Bay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's going to help a lot. And I also didn't know this.
Wait, when does Volcano Bay open?
I don't know yet. We'll have to look when we get there. But I didn't know this. If you're going to, let's say that you're not staying at one of the resort hotels and you just want to go to Volcano Bay, you have to park in the regular parking lot, go down to the transportation hub, and take a bus over to Volcano Bay. That's pretty inconvenient.
That's awful.
Wait, so if we were staying at the Hard Rock, we'd have to do something like that, like take a shuttle?
We would have to take a bus from the Hard Rock over to...
Unless we wanted to take the boat all the way over to Sapphire Falls and hoof it over there. But that would be long.
That would be really long.
That's what it's gonna be like with
That'd be
Epic
worse.
Universe.
You know what I'm scared for? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm scared for Epic Universe because like
that's gonna suck.
the thing is, we're gonna have to take a whole trip just for Epic Universe. Like we can't just go to Epic Universe one day and then go to the parks we like more the other day. But we're gonna have to like focus on it and like actually see everything.
I'm not going to look at the
That doesn't
downside
scare
of
me
Epic
at all.
Universe either. No, it's going
gonna
to
be amazing. It's
going
gonna
to
be epic.
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 What are wait times like at Volcano Bay?
I don't. Who cares? I'm going to float in the
And-
lazy river, and then they tell you.
Oh
when
yeah,
you're
the
tapu
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 Tapu.
Tapu. I
Yeah,
never thought about
facts.
Don't care how long
We're
the
all
wait
just
is.
gonna
my-
tan in the lazy
that.
river.
That is brilliant.
That's
Yeah,
the
it
thing
is.
I'm
That is
excited for because I hate
brilliant.
like tanning outside of the water because like it's a lot of work, like sitting
hate
on like a
sunscreen.
chair. But then in the lazy river, I'm in the water and it's taking me around and I don't have to care about it.
Man.
It's funny because you're excited about that. I'm nervous about having to put sunscreen on all day long
Yeah,
because
that
I do not want to
sucks.
burn on our first day at Volcano Bay.
We're
I
going. Wait, it's the
don't
first
care.
day we're going to Volcano
I think
Bay?
we are. I think the smart move to make is we go on Monday because people are leaving their vacations, people are starting their vacations, and most people on the first day of their vacation don't want to go to a water park. So I think that'll be a good way for us to avoid the crowds. Go on a Monday to Volcano Bay, and then we'll finish out Tuesday and Wednesday at the parks.
So excited.
I am very excited now.
Me too. I'm very excited about the food. The idea that there's new food.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot of Polynesian food over there.
It's just weird that we have a Universal podcast and we haven't even been to one of the 3 parks.
We haven't done a
Yeah.
lot of things. We haven't
Yeah.
been to Horror Nights.
That's the point
Yeah.
of this podcast.
That's why we're
though.
doing something different. We're taking this different trip, going in the summer.
These little
which we
trips
hate.
might be like a common thing now.
Yeah, I think so too.
I hope.
So the volcano, and apparently all around Volcano Bay, there's like interactive things you can do with your tapu tapu to like make water squirt or
Oh.
like hear little stories or something. I don't know.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'm so excited to.
I've seen stuff
explore
like that
and find
at
these things.
the Japan Nintendo World, and I mean, I'm not like excited about that, but it's cool that it's there.
Yeah, it's something neat.
For littler kids, it's cool that it's there.
There is a really cool little kid spot. I thought, man, we'll have to walk over and just see what it looks like. But there's tons like really big, wide little kid slides and areas. There's a wave pool which I have zero interest in. I just don't
wave
I almost got
pools
drowned in
I had a
are
bad
rainforest.
experience with
terrifying.
the wave pool at Kings Island.
Yeah.
It was so crowded and like
It's really
annoying, and everyone's like,
disgusting.
it really is gross. It's not like, I don't know why I look at it differently from a normal pool, because for every reason I hate a wave pool is also in a normal pool. So I don't know why
I don't like wave pools.
I feel like a wave pool is like a normal pool, except it's trying to kill me,
Yeah, definitely.
and I don't want to be in it.
There's a non-wave pool also that has like waterfalls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I won't be doing that. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna waste my
boring.
time on a
Might as
normal
well just
pool.
go to Cabana Bay.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I want to go to the Cabana Bay pool because I remember when Cabana Bay first came out when I was like a little kid. Not really little, but I remember the first thing I saw was the pool, and I really
Yeah.
wanted to go in it.
Are those high dives?
They're
from-
not real.
They're not real?
I always thought they would be, and I thought that's so cool.
Wait, really? The ones at Cabana Bay?
No. I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure. that
99.
They're just for looks.
That's fairly sure.
I'm pretty sure. So
So, and it is important to note that our next episode that is coming up later, episode 5, will
Yep.
be our trip review.
Yep.
Review, yeah.
yeah, so we're planning this trip now. We're going to go on the trip, and then the next episode that comes out will be us talking about
Wait.
that trip. So staying at Cabana Bay, there's restaurants there that we've never been to. That's going to be interesting. We did get a Volcano Bay view room,
Oh,
thanks
that's
to the
awesome.
tip from the unofficial Universal podcast people that really praised that. So
UUOP.
yeah, you guys, the UUOPP,
Shout out.
shout out to them. They advised that it was worth it, and we're taking their advice.
Yeah, you know them.
So we upgraded to the Volcano Bay room. I'm excited to see what that looks like. I'm excited to see what restaurants are like in Cabana Bay. There's like a bowling alley and an arcade there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's possible that we're going to get to the Cabana Bay, spend our first day at Volcano Bay, and then maybe hardly even go over to the
Bro,
parks.
I'm thinking that maybe we'll fall in love with Volcano Bay, spend our second day at Volcano Bay, and then just fit the 2 parks into one day at the end.
Well, if that's the case,
Oh.
I would have wished
Wait,
we would
how
have
many
That's a
days are
hot
we going?
take.
3 days.
3 days.
Oh, wait, I thought we were only going 2.
Nope.
So we have 3 days there, so we can do... Oh, wait, whoa. Okay, so it's going to be 1 day Volcano Bay, and then 2 days of parks.
With the last day being
Oh.
a light day.
Okay, good, because I was like really scared that I was going to have to try to fit everything in 1 day in the parks.
That's a perfect segue. So, lack of express pass, going at a different time of year when it's way more crowded than we normally go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about, I want to hear from each of you your must-dos, so that while we're on this trip, the 3 things that you think we have to do that we will prioritize and do. So, let's start with Zine this time. Zine, your 3 must-dos.
Mine is very random, but there is a specific ice cream at the ice cream shop in Diagon Alley called Salted Caramel Blondie. And I got it like alone. I wasn't with anyone at the time, and I'm so sad that I wasn't because everyone needed to try it because it's so life-changing and so good.
It's
so
funny that
I need
you
my
were-
dad to try it because
I'm
he will
excited.
literally
I'm
never
really
think
excited
the
to try
same.
it.
It's funny that you got it, tasted it, was sad no one else tried it, but still brought none to any of us
Yeah.
to try. How
Didn't
did
even-
that
I-
happen?
It was
We
because
were
I didn't
with
know.
you and you didn't even give
It's
us
because I
any.
didn't know what quantity to get it in, and I
Oh,
got it in
okay.
like the tiniest cup ever. It was like 1 scoop.
I got you.
So you couldn't share it with the 9 of us?
Yeah,
All right. So
8 actually.
8 in this time, right? So, all right. So that's one of yours, trying the ice cream at Diagon Alley. What else?
I think riding Velocicoaster and Hagrid's is another.
That's
Those-
2.
That's 2 things. Two
Yeah,
things.
okay,
So that-
so there's
so
my
that's
3.
your 1 and 2.
So your list of 3 is ice cream, Velocicoaster.
I mean, I don't really
and
care
Hagrid's.
about anything else. I mean, I don't really care about like you say. I know you're gonna say the Blues Brothers, for example, but like we saw that like a week ago when we went,
Don't-
and it seems like
Don't try to predict
spoil.
my list.
Yeah.
okay.
And it wasn't a week.
But I
It's
will say
4
this
weeks
about-
ago.
I will
It
say
feels
this-
like a week.
I've been monitoring wait times recently because, like I said, we're going at a time that's much more busy than we normally go. And the wait times today for Velocicoaster and Hagrid's.
Oh well,
would-
when I looked, Velocicoaster was only 40 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. It was 120 when
So-
I looked.
Oh, that's not good for that ride.
So-
And
how do you-
Hagrid's was 90.
How do you guys feel about utilizing single rider lines on this trip to some
I
extent?
would
I
do
feel
that for
great.
some things. I'll definitely do that
that's
for
what I was
some
gonna
things.
say. I
Except there
think
isn't
certain
single riders.
rides-
I don't think does Hagrid's have single riders?
I think on very busy days they.
I don't know.
I think it's the same with the.
Wait, it does because I remember the
Velocicoaster.
Tim Tracker posted a video why it's not
Right.
good, so I think we shouldn't do
Yeah.
it.
We might be with a random person.
I mean, that's
Well,
what
that's
single
the
riders.
point.
Yeah, that's not. I don't care.
It's a 2-person car.
Right.
But I would do single riders on like Spider-Man for 100% for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
I think
too.
on that it doesn't really matter.
Do they have it for Velocicoaster?
It's not like we're all
Comes
like.
and goes.
It's not like we're discussing the ride as it happens.
Yeah.
Right. All right,
Yeah.
Laura, what's your 3 must-dos?
So like I said, my thought this time is that these are like bonus days from our previous trip. So I don't have a lot of like specific. I feel like we did everything. One thing that is definitely my must do is spend a lot of time at the.
I
Tribute store.
completely forgot about that.
I want to spend a lot of time
we
at the
are going to
tribute
see
store.
the tribute store.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And I know
It's
that
the
that's
biggest reason we're
definitely
going.
a must do. Like it's. Tayan saw a thing about the tribute store and said, "We gotta go, guys. We gotta
Yeah.
go." And I said, "Let's go in June."
Because it's true.
Like
we
it
do
was just
have
kind
to
of a
see
joke,
it.
and now we're really going in June. So lots of time at the tribute store. I want to. My second thing is I want to spend time just sitting somewhere and just
Yeah.
watching the people because there'll be so many
Convisco?
people. Maybe
Ooh.
there, but maybe somewhere new.
We need
that
to
we
eat
haven't thought of
Personally,
yet.
I think that is a waste of time because I think we need to grind in our trip and do whatever we need to do
No,
No.
in
I
our
think
2
that-
days.
I think that we need to eat at Confisco one day, maybe for lunch.
Yeah,
or
wait, we
something.
should. That should be another must do.
We should not eat at
because we just talked
Mythos.
about how it's the new best
well,
restaurant.
If
Well,
we eat
lump
at
onto Mom's
Confisco,
right
we should
there.
do the upstairs part that's
It's
available.
yeah.
still
to-
there. I don't know if it's still there, honestly.
We'll ask about it.
Yeah, we'll find out. So that's 2. So you have people watching somewhere, which could be Confisco.
Okay, so my
Tribute
third
store
one
in
is
third.
just ride ET in the big long line because I honestly every time we're
oh
there,
my god!
every time we're there and we skip that line, I tell everybody let's walk slowly. But we're in the express pass line; we don't have to walk slowly. And you know,
Okay.
I try to look around for a few seconds, but I just want to be stuck in there for maybe 10 minutes. If
I need to
I have
redo
be.
my 3 things.
Already?
Okay, yes. Okay, one is the salted blondie thing.
Glad that still makes
Okay,
it.
it has to. I had a dream about that last night. I'm so
Jesus.
serious. No, listen, I have to tell you guys about this right now.
Tell us your
So
dream.
that's why I've been thinking about it all day. If you looked at my Google search history, I literally looked up salted caramel blondie, and I found out you can get it at Walmart. So maybe it's the same thing. Like maybe
doubt
it's
it.
not that different. Anyway, but I had a dream where like my dad was so obsessed with like rushing everything that like he wouldn't let me get the ice cream, and like I was like, Dad, you need to try it. It's not about me. It's about you.
Well, that's
And I was
funny
so
because
sad.
because I woke up this morning and I was thinking about our trip and I thought I want to spend as much time as we have to in that ice cream line to get some of that ice cream.
I'm all for it.
I
I know,
always
it's-
I was like, oh, it's a long line. We're not going.
We'll be
Yeah.
fine. I'm all
It's
for
the
that.
best.
We're
but,
gonna get used to long
my
lines.
new must-dos is
Okay.
that and riding and looking in waiting in queues that I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen because we always have fast pass
Express
and
Pass.
express pass, Universal Express, if you will, and I never get to see like the full line sometimes. Like for example, MIB, I've heard that there's like an elevator type thing, like kind of in Gringotts where it's not real, and then like it's a whole
What?
thing. Like I need to see that.
Not
Like,
real.
why don't I have that?
So I'm going to skip ahead now and go next. I was going to have Tango next, but I'm going to go next because Mom and I's list mirror each other like so much. I was going to try to change my list, but there's really no point. And now that you've added that, I'm just going to quickly say my must-dos this time. Tribute store, 100%, just like Mom said. That's really the biggest reason we're even taking this trip. ET, because ET is always a must-do for us. It's normally one of the first things we ride, and it was always one of the last things we ride. So that's a must-do. But, all right, so I'm going to change my list because she said those things. MIB, several times. I love it.
Several
in the
times
evenings,
in
it
2 days?
It won't be hard.
With no Universal Express?
Yeah, but like at night around like 8:30, that ride drops off and we can just keep going on
Yeah.
and on again.
Yeah.
I mean, that won't be a problem. And because we can wait through line with Zine, that'll be cool. I feel like on our last trip, we were having some good scores. We always were in the 600-700 range.
4 or 5 for me.
Well, but there was many times for some reason that there was not a car across from us, so I didn't have the exhaust port to aim at. And I know that's not everyone's.
Yeah, there
big-
were a lot of breakdowns last time.
It was weird. I mean, so I really do want to go again. Hopefully, when it's more crowded, there'll be more people across from us, and we can try to get that score a little bit higher. Poseidon, I'm going to add to my must-dos because I love it.
I'm
I
so
do love
sad
it.
that's one of your must-dos.
I love that ride so much. or
I
whatever
was-
you wanna
Maybe
I
call it.
that
gonna-
can be one of the things me and Tyan sneaks off and do something
Oh,
else or
yeah.
something. Because,
To a
like,
cer-
Maybe.
I love Poseidon, but I don't think it's one of the things I
No,
would, like...
I remember last time I got off, I thought, I'm never going to convince myself that I don't want to ride this again.
That's my thing. Is that it's easy to
No,
say.
I
don't want
know.
to,
It is
and-
always great.
And
Yeah.
every time you ride,
I'm
you're
going
like,
to
that's the
ride
best
it.
thing ever.
And last time we didn't have a good spot.
Oh, it was.
True.
We need to get in the perfect spot.
The four of
next
us are
time.
pros.
I don't mind the
we
spot.
had
They
some
always
amateurs
yell at
with
us.
No,
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
They do.
Also, that is such a well air conditioned area. Again, back to my fear of going in
water.
the summer, like going in there when it's 98
Oh,
degrees.
you're
it's
right.
going to be worth it.
That is going to be awesome.
And then my last, hopefully, must do, and this is just a dream, is if Mummy is reopened, I'm adding that to my must
Oh,
do.
I was going to say that, but I know it won't be. But, like, oh my god.
I hear the
No,
construction walls are all the way back to the ride
Yeah.
entrance now.
so
Still.
It's possible.
it is
Who knows?
possible.
All that means is they're
That
not
is-
working on the outside anymore.
Maybe.
I will give up my salted blondie ice cream for that.
Bite your tongue. All right, so that was my must do's. Tan, let's hear your 3 must do's.
So my must-dos, I'm going to go in kind of a different direction. I've been thinking a lot about how my must-dos for this trip in particular are going to have to be express lists. So one of my must-dos is the Hulk. I just rode it for the first time on our last trip, and luckily the wait times are like
Always short. So
5
even
to
if
nothing, pretty much.
75 minutes today when I left.
Okay, well,
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Wait, we can check wait times right now.
single
too.
rider.
Yeah,
Okay,
check
let's check some wait times.
Keep going there, Tyan. While I
Um,
get it up.
y'all have really stolen all of mine. My number 2 is going to be MIB Q. I heard on the UUOP that that's like one of their favorite queues.
Seriously?
And you've
Yeah,
never been in it.
and I've never been in it. It's
But
one of my
we've taken the
favorite
tour.
rides.
You guys have done the
Yeah,
immigration tour downstairs.
that doesn't. I mean, that
That's
doesn't.
pretty much the best part of the queue.
You get to see the aliens. You get to go in the elevator. They said I don't understand what they were talking about, but they say sometimes the elevator thing doesn't work and sometimes it does. And I
yeah,
was like,
sometimes it's normally just we've only
you just walk through sometimes.
We only did the elevator thing the first time that Men in Black opened.
Oh shoot.
Other than that, we've either walked straight through the elevator thing or we've had express passes and just never did it.
Popeyes is 20 minutes, and that actually says a lot because it's
Oh.
usually like 5.
That's funny though, but maybe we'll just ride Popeyes 100 times on this trip.
But it's not that bad. Hagrid's is 80. Velocicoaster's 45.
We're checking it at
It's
6
right-
p.m.
yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be lower than normal.
Anyway,
Hulk is delayed right
what was
now.
your
Yeah, I
third
saw
must
that.
do?
My third? Oh yeah, right. We're
Wait a
going in
minute.
the other order.
Storm Force 5 minutes. Can we just ride that a bunch of times?
I can,
Yes,
I can
my
never
favorite.
ride that.
I love wasting my time on that.
All right, sorry, Tane. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with, since it wasn't on your list, I'll say Blues Brothers. I definitely want to see that again. That is always one of my must-dos for going to Universal. So
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because I thought maybe we wouldn't
we were
have that
all
on our
thinking
list.
it. Also, the zoo, since
If
it's
we're
back
in the
open.
zoo, yes, we will go through there for
Definitely.
Yeah, I
sure.
want to walk through.
So now, what about our must don'ts? Like,
Yeah,
not really must don't, but things we can skip out on.
I was
and
going
here's
to say,
my thing.
I was going to
Here-
say, let's all name one thing that is the saddest thing that we're probably not we're gonna have to come to terms with that we're not gonna be able to
My
do.
thing is that
I
I
like that,
could
Dan.
probably go without Hagrid's. I hate to say
Oh,
it, but
don't-
I really could because
don't even
listen.
say
I think
that.
that's. I think
Saying,
that's
listen.
it
Nope,
for
that's
me,
not
too.
happening.
Nope, listen.
If it-
you
if it
can
was
go
on your
alone,
list,
but
you
I know,
idiot.
but listen.
It can't be a
okay.
it can't be a can't
He is
do if it's on
heated.
your list.
He is heated. Listen.
That's just stupid.
No, but I've
It's
changed
not
my
a
mind
must-do
just now.
then.
It's like
It was your
it's
number
shh,
one.
Can you shush? It's always been it's always a long wait, so it is already a waste of time in the line. And
Listen, it is.
can you let me
Fine,
talk,
fine.
please? And it's like a more memorable ride, and since we just recently went literally a month ago, I don't want to ruin it for me riding it a bunch of times. I want to like savor the moments and like take a break, and then it'll feel better
One of the
riding it.
saddest things that I had about this trip was that we were only going to be able to ride it once. And if you guys are saying we're not going to be able to ride it any times, I don't even want to go.
I think
Yeah,
we'll
so
ride
I'm-
it once.
I'm
We're
going to-
riding it once.
Okay,
and I
fine.
can't.
I'm
I've
going
come
to
to
take
terms
a-
with that.
I'm going to take off my must-do of just randomly sitting around somewhere, because probably that's going to happen anyway. And I'm going to add Hagrid's because 100%. I only rode it once last time in that
That's so
huge trip
sad.
we
It is
had.
such a good ride. I take that.
I will say the thing I'll be sad that we might not get to do this time is I'm not willing to wait Velocicoaster for longer than.
That's
40
why
minutes.
I think single riders.
Yeah, I think single
That'd be great.
rider, two. Like Zine said, like
And
closer to night, and with their
also,
efficiency,
they always
it's going to be
stay
pretty
short.
low eventually.
Yeah.
My can't. What were we calling it? Must don't. My must don't is not something I'm sad about, but something that I think you guys are sad about. But I am not waiting for Gringotts.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I'm
it is
thinking
not
Gringotts
worth
can.
it.
No, it's worth
is
it, but
such a long
Gringotts
line.
not. Just
It's a great ride. But
I'm not riding Green Guys.
we
No,
rode
it's
it a
not
few
worth
times
it.
last
Yeah.
time, and I'm
Depending on
good.
the crowd, I'm not even sure how much will go into Diagon Alley this time.
Also,
Honestly,
for the
just for the ice
listeners,
cream.
for the listeners that are like, what are they talking about? Gringotts is great. It's the fact that we have a day, like a day or two, a day and a half to spare, and like really pick our favorites. And just
Yeah, like, I'm not
Gringotts
gonna
is just
ride
one of the things
Gringotts.
that's like.
You know how many people would think we were crazy for saying we're giving up Green Guts, but we will make sure we absolutely must ride ET. I mean, that's pretty funny.
ET is nothing. It's like
classic.
never a wait.
It's
We
gonna
haven't
be-
been through the queue in so long.
It smells great.
It smells great.
It's a 25-minute wait all day today, so you can almost guarantee we'll wait 25 minutes for that.
I don't
It makes
think
me
so.
I'm completely fine
super
with that,
happy
though.
to think of standing in that forest again.
I don't care if we miss Simpsons this time.
No,
Oh,
no,
me
me neither.
either.
Mom, what's your must don't?
My must don't.
Like, yeah, you're saying this is a waste
Oh,
of our
the-
time.
Well, I'm looking at it the other way. The thing that I'm sad that we won't have time to do, I think, is Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
River
River
ride?
I
Adventure.
think any water
We
rides. Can we
always-
just skip out on the water rides? Because we have a whole
Yeah,
water
we're gonna have
ride
to
day
pack for
technically
water
because
It's not worth
I
buying.
want to
Volcano
ride
Bay.
Dudley if
And
it's possible,
also-
but with wait times on Dudley.
I've noticed that because it's so hot, they're higher. Dudley today was 90
Except-
minutes when I
but-
looked.
All right, so just to clarify for the audience, the Coopers love to pack for the water ride day. We only pick one day that's going to be our water ride day. We pack a whole bags full of nothing but our change of clothes.
It was so
towels
much
from the
work
hotel.
last time.
It's
oh
a
my
lot
God.
of
Such a
work.
whole
I want to
lot.
cry
even.
thinking about it. Maybe
But-
I'll never do water rides
But
again.
listen, there's only 4 of us this time, so our stroller can
we can
hold.
be in Dudley Do Right log all together also.
Right,
for the
we
picture.
all ride Dudley Do Right. It's only a 20-minute ride for Popeye. To throw in a change of clothes and some extra shoes and
Or-
a towel and,
and
the
get
stroller,
cooled off.
I
Or
think we
we,
might do it.
or we
I
just
think
say
we should
YOLO
do
summer
Dudley.
and don't bring extra clothes and just get our normal clothes
That's
wet.
ludicrous.
I don't think
It's
it
not
is.
ludicrous.
It's hot, so they'll dry
Listen,
off
if
fast.
we bring
Just
2
wear
pairs
things
of
that aren't
clothes,
cotton.
yeah, we
Facts.
can wear our clothes from the previous day too.
I'll pack mine. You guys do that. That's cool. That leaves me more room in the stroller to pack my stuff.
I hope
All right,
Wimpy's
what
is
other
open.
what other must don'ts?
Oh, Despicable Me, we can
Oh,
skip
yeah,
out
definitely
on.
not.
We have
worth
to
it.
skip
It's
it
gonna
every,
be
every time we go. Go ahead. Dan.
it's going to be one of the longest wait times probably,
For
and it's
sure.
not worth it at all.
And
if
we
it was
always
20
end up
minutes or
doing
more,
it.
it's
We
not
always
worth
end up
it.
doing it first, even though we really don't care.
I know better.
We're like,
It's
oh,
just
we're here.
fun.
We have to go.
Right.
Like some kind of zombies. We just go towards.
Well, when you come in the
Despicable
park
Me.
and there's so many people waiting, if you have an express pass and you can get on really quick, why not do it? I mean, it's a really
Yeah,
cute ride.
but
Except
it's-
for, I will say this: I'm really disappointed they took out the 3D.
3D
This past
goggles.
time we went was the first time we had ridden it without 3D. I do not like the ride nearly as much.
Yeah.
Bring back Hanna-Barbera.
I
Yeah.
love
Bring back
for
Jimmy
some reason
Neutron.
that ride is very nostalgic to me. I don't know how, but I feel like it's been around for that much time. Like Jimmy Neutron is also nostalgic to me, but then like somehow Despicable Me also is. It's really
Jimmy
weird.
Neutron was so good.
But I can skip out on it.
Because it wasn't very long ago. You were a very tiny kid.
You guys want to hear something really surprising? Hot take as
Mm-hmm.
a must, not a must don't, but me personally, if something happens and we didn't even make it over to Islands of Adventure, or maybe just
That
to
is
Visco,
hot.
That is a
I
hot
would not
take.
be that sad.
That
Dad.
is
Going to
crazy.
I love Islands of Adventure more than Universal, so you can have
no.
a good old time
I
in
get
your
it.
sun hat and your sunglasses.
Hagrid,
I'll tell you
and
what.
your-
Visco.
One must don't this time. We are absolutely not taking that shortcut. Never ever
Oh, yeah.
are we
Behind
skipping
Green Eggs and
Seuss
Ham?
Landing.
Yeah.
Forbidden
We're gonna walk through
Journey.
it.
Not riding Forbidden
Nope.
Journey this time.
I
Nope.
don't think I'll ride Forbidden
Nope.
Journey ever
Ever
again. I
I'm
could-
serious. It makes me so
It's
sick.
so
the ride
sickening.
is fat phobic. Thanks a lot. It's just not worth it at all. And like Jackson was saying last time, it really is just jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. Like it's not even a real
And
ride.
puke
That's the
scare.
thing. It's
Jump
the same
scare,
thing
puke
each
scare.
time. Listen, I'll explain it to you. You go into a corner and there's something crazy, and then
And
it
you
like
go into
flashes
another
lights,
corner.
and then you go down into another corner, and it's the same type of thing. And it does that for everything, like the trees and the Dementors
Yeah,
and the
it's not
spiders. It's
worth
the
it.
same thing.
Can we walk through Hogwarts though?
Yeah.
Okay,
Possibly.
cool.
I
Sure.
want to do that. Not this trip necessarily, because it's just another time thing.
I am super excited. Hearing all of you talk about this is definitely going to be a different trip for us.
Yeah.
Everyone, I can hear you all. You're all in the mindset that this is going to be different. You're open to try different things, and that excites me
I think
so much.
I've finally like set my couple rides that I'll probably never ride again, and they're Forbidden Journey, Simpsons.
Yeah.
Simpsons and Forbidden
Simpsons
Journey
is-
make me so sick.
Yeah.
Why would I want to have that lump in my throat?
Simpsons
Dizziness,
is awesome though,
like-
but it is not.
The
it's
script
not
for
worth
Simpsons
it.
is so good.
It's
It's
so
just so
good.
funny.
It's like one of the best.
Yeah, I know.
If
And the
not
queue is
best.
fun.
Yeah, you already talked into it again.
And I do love the the safety video is
Yeah,
really
that's
funny, and like
awesome.
the lore behind the ride is fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
I
are we
agree.
thinking? I don't know about wait times, but personally, I'm down to not ride or not experience the Bourne experience.
Yeah,
this
no,
time.
not. We did
We
it
did it
so many
twice.
times
We did
last
it
time.
twice.
It's
You know
really
what's
cool.
funny is the last time it broke down on us, we ended up with a stack of free express passes.
Can
to use anywhere.
Dad!
We
No
threw
way
them
you
away.
threw them away.
No! Oh my God! I
Dad,
literally.
no way you just threw
You
them
are
away.
so stupid.
It was for one ride, right?
Yeah, it was just a
No,
one
but
ride.
there were 4 of them.
Well, more than that. We had
Oh yeah,
like-
we had the
8.
Hennings too.
Yeah.
And
Why
Jackson,
would you
9.
do that?
because we thought we'd always have express
Jeez.
pass. I literally talked to the people at like guest services and was like, "You can keep these and use them at any time." It's like we always have express pass, and I just left it with them. So,
That sucks.
that
Hopefully,
sucks.
a ride breaks down.
Maybe. So maybe we should go ride Bourne.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, because the past like 3 times we've went, it always breaks down. So I would ride it only for the free express
So
passes.
we haven't told you guys this. So a little thing we all have annual passes. I personally have a premier pass, and we always have kept one of us having a premier pass because you get more of a discount with a premier pass on merchandise and
Right.
food and such. So we always buy 1 premier pass and then 3 preferred passes.
Do you know the numbers on that discount?
It's 15% discount with the premier pass compared to 10% with the preferred
Okay.
pass. With the premier pass, which I have,
Mm-hmm.
I get express pass after 4 o'clock for anything. So if we can figure out a way to upgrade
Bully
everyone's
for you.
right, if we can figure out a way to upgrade everyone's annual passes to the premier, then we will actually have
Do you think that'll-
express pass from 4 o'clock
Also,
on.
if you're listening thinking, why don't you just buy the fast pass? You don't have to stay at a hotel. You're disgusting.
You should look up right now how much
they
it
are.
is
It's
to buy.
disgusting.
How
It's
much
not
it was
happening.
today.
I cannot believe it.
It's
Yeah.
cheaper to buy a hotel
Hotel
room
room.
at the Hard Rock and not go than to
Yeah,
get
the
it.
price of us buying express pass for a day in the summer is equal to us buying a room at the Hard Rock. So
With it included.
Especially if you have a family or a trip of 5 people, because every Hard Rock room allows 5 people, which is kind of unusual. Most hotels that you go to, you've got 4-person max on rooms, but
I have
5-person max on Hard Rock rooms, so you get 5 express passes if you need them all.
I have a good question. How much do you think Hard Rock would be without express passes? Because like, what % of the price of a room?
I guarantee
makes
you, most people that are staying there aren't thinking about that.
No, I'm
I
saying
have
I'm
to say,
saying
I love that you're asking this question.
if it wasn't a thing.
I mean, it's hard to say because its location also has a lot of value to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, based on the quality of hotel, where it's located, I mean, the fast pass or the express pass wouldn't be. I mean, I don't think it's adding that much to the price of the room, personally.
All right, Coopers, are we excited or what?
I'm
to go
pretty
on this
excited
trip?
so
now. At first,
excited.
I was kind of bummed, and then I've had like 3 dreams
Yep.
about it, and then now we've recorded this.
I haven't had dreams, but I agree with Zine.
All right, so what? We're ready to hit the road? Gonna drive down to Florida.
Yep.
Let's get on the road.
The next episode that you guys will hear will be the review of the trip.
Hopefully it will be
Hopefully
good.
be a 10
Yeah,
out of
hopefully
10.
we had a good time. I'm sure we're going to. I know
So
we'll have a good time.
definitely subscribe so that you get the next one in your feed.
And seriously, I mean, we really do love input, and we are kind of nervous about taking this trip in a different way. So if you have any experience in any of this advice of how to tackle Volcano Bay, how to do Universal without express passes, your do's, don'ts, whatever, send us an email, thefamily@ufpodcast.com, or go to our website, ufpodcast.com. Go to the comments forum, send us any comment, give us some tips, help us out. Let's make sure we have fun in this 3-day trip. That was pretty fun.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome. Great
Off to
up.
Florida. Let's go.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 4 of the Universal Family Podcast. Don't forget to add and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast was recorded at Big River Media. For more information about them, go to bigriver.media. Our show music is by Spencer Elliott. You can hear more from Spencer and purchase his music at spencerelliott.net. You can also contact us by visiting ufpodcast.com.
Hope you enjoyed yourself. I would have enjoyed this a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee.